All right, let's just jump right in. If the phrase meal planning makes you want to just order takeout for the rest of the week, yeah, you are not alone. It can feel like such a chore. But what if I told you there's a way to plan your meals in about 30 seconds? Seriously, using a simple technique that cuts waste and saves your money. Let's get into it.
I mean, honestly, who actually enjoys staring at a blank piece of paper trying to magically invent a whole week's worth of interesting, healthy, and affordable dinners? It's just a classic case of decision fatigue before the week even gets going. And this whole process leads to some very real, very common problems. We all buy produce with the absolute best intentions, only to find it kind of wilted in the back of the fridge. That's wasted food, which is obviously wasted money. It's also wasted time, and that daily stress of figuring out what's for dinner at 5 p.m. You know the feeling. It's a cycle.
But the way to break that cycle is, well, it's brilliantly simple. The crucial point is this. Before you look at a single recipe or write a grocery list, you just start by looking at what you already own. This one little shift in perspective, it changes the entire game.
So, we're going to do this by breaking your kitchen down into 3 distinct zones. Think of it like a quick inventory system that unlocks all the potential that's already sitting on your shelves. And that is the key to faster, cheaper, and genuinely stress-free meals. Here's our roadmap. It's a simple 3-step scan: the fridge, the freezer, and the pantry. We're going to tackle them in that exact order, and you'll see pretty quickly why it's so effective. So let's move to the first and, honestly, the most important zone. First up is Zone 1, the fridge. We call this the urgency zone, and for a very good reason. This is where your food has the shortest shelf life, so it has to get your attention first. And this is where you totally reframe your thinking. See, the items in your fridge aren't just some random collection of food. They are basically your instructions for what to cook next. That sad-looking broccoli or those peppers on the verge of getting soft, that's not a problem. That's literally your dinner plan for tonight. Just think about it for a second. What is it for you? Is it that bag of spinach, the carton of yogurt, maybe some tofu that's getting really close to its expiration date? Whatever it is, that's your starting player. Building a meal around that one item, that's your first move. Okay, so once you figured out the urgent stuff in the fridge, we move to Zone 2, the freezer. Now this is your hidden treasure. It's your safety net, full of all these meal starters and gap fillers that you probably forgot you even had. The freezer is where your past self did you a huge favor. You know, those beans or lentils you cooked and froze last month? Well, now is their moment to shine. A bag of frozen veggies, some leftover soup, that can instantly become the anchor for the meal you just started building from the fridge. Do a quick mental scan of your own freezer right now. What's in there? Frozen peas? A loaf of bread? Some veggie burgers? Whatever it is, that's a reliable component you can count on to round out a meal without having to run to the store. And finally, let's move to our third and final zone, the pantry. This is the foundation. It's the quiet, reliable MVP that supports everything else and really brings your meals together. See, your pantry is what turns a few random ingredients from the fridge and freezer into a complete, satisfying meal. A can of tomatoes, some pasta or rice, a few key spices. These are the things that stretch your meals, add tons of flavor, and drastically cut down your grocery bill. It's kind of a fun challenge, right? You could probably whip up a quick pasta with garlic and oil, a hearty lentil soup, or maybe a flavorful chickpea curry. The pantry's so much more powerful than we often give it credit for. So now, let's put it all together. This isn't some complicated system you have to learn. It's a simple, lightning-fast habit you can literally start today. The real benefit here is speed. 30 seconds. That is it. A quick glance in the fridge for what's urgent, a peek in the freezer for a meal anchor, and a quick scan of the pantry for the foundation. Fridge, freezer, pantry. Done. You now have a concrete idea for at least 1 or 2 meals. Simple as that. And the payoff is huge. By simply starting with what you already have, you directly tackle all those problems we talked about at the beginning. You drastically reduce food waste, which of course lowers your grocery costs, and you save an incredible amount of time and mental energy. It really is a triple win. So I'll leave you with this final thought. The next time you think about what to make for dinner, don't open a cookbook or a delivery app first. Just open your fridge. Take 30 seconds to scan your 3 zones and ask yourself this one question. You'll be amazed at what you come up with.